Good evening, members of the board, President Curry. These are exciting times at Compton College and for the future of adult education. I'm excited to be here with you today, and I will be offering a update on the California Adult Education Program here at Compton College. I'm going to share how we are finding common ground in adult education, um, just what uh, those next steps are that we're looking to implement. And ultimately, we're going to answer the question of how do we know if we're successful? Um, and then finally, I'm going to show you the parameters by which the college is using to scaffold success um, in the adult ed program. So, the first thing to be aware of within the California Adult Ed Update is that Adult Education Block Grant is no longer a block grant. It is now an allocation of defined funding for the foreseeable future. And we're excited about the opportunity to build curriculum. But the critical component is that we're trying to work on improving our data collection, student data collection structure, and that is a major focus for the state. And we are now moving towards our management information system, collecting those reporting changes around data. And ultimately, there is a requirement that each consortium develop a 3-year plan moving forward. Um, those reporting requirements, how are we going to ensure that we're getting accurate information? The move away from what's called the TOPS Pro Enterprise CASA system of adult education reporting around adult learner demographics, barriers, program outcome information. That is shifting towards the management information system that is already being used in the community colleges. So the ultimate purpose for that and why it's so important is that that data feeds the vision for success proposed by Chancellor Eloy Oakley. In essence, cleaning up that MIS data allows us to enhance the data that's being fed into the launch board, where the TOPS Pro enterprise data and the MIS data sort of converge, and there's a MIS data match to ensure this person is who they say they are based on the data that is being cleaned up and pushed upward. And in essence, this enhanced data is populating the new student success metric dashboards. Um, and that relates to the simplified metrics between all of our funding streams that are attempting to reach certain outcomes aligned with WIOA, the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act. So colleges are really moving around this data cleanup, and we're being asked to ensure that our MIS categories are in alignment and be feeding the right information into the system to be uploaded. The next component of the adult ed update, it includes the requirement of the adult schools and community colleges that are working in partnership. The goal is for us to work in a 3-year planning process for how we will implement the overall program. So once we've gone through, these steps that you can see in gold there, um, and ending in really strategies and tactics for how to really service this population, ensure they're getting what they want out of the process. Um, we're looking at our population and asking, how do we find common ground? Um, this population, these criteria define the adult ed California adult education program. And here in Compton and our surrounding feeder districts, these are our demographics. This is the population of students that are coming to our campuses. So we are very much in alignment already, just based on objectives. But we're looking to use human-centered design in helping us enhance our service delivery and really being able to align our programs and outcomes. So here at Compton College, we wanted to figure out a way, since we don't have a very robust non-credit program yet, or ESL program, vocational ESL program, how can we stimulate interest and begin engaging in partnerships? One of those ways was to offer a phlebotomy certification program um, at no cost to participants to generate excitement and awareness of the other broader academic programs being offered at Compton College. Um, we use this structure to bring in over 200 applicants that out of that 200, we'll only be able to service 66. But our student services advisors and our counselors were able to reach out to the other students to let them know we have broader programs to orient them to some of the services and other opportunities. So this worked in our benefit. And in collaboration with the Rancho Dominguez America's Job Center of California, we're looking to offer non-destructive testing in the spring, an area really important in aerospace with companies like SpaceX, Boeing Space, and a number of refineries in the oil industry, etc. These are very well paid jobs, and we're looking to help transition people into living wage jobs that allow them to become self sufficient. So, what are our next steps here at Compton College? Well, we're looking at building some new non-credit curriculum, new ESL programs, and career development, career preparation programs that allow us to earn adult enhanced FTES. Um, Here are some of the categories, ESL for child development. We're looking to offer a new home health aid program to go into the senior care industry, working in collaboration with the California Assisted Living Association. Logistics, electronics at Compton Adult School. It goes on and on. But the most important component is this new structure, having a scaffolding component that allows us, irrelevant of the program, to sort of coordinate efforts and be able to see how are we going to help students be successful in progressing through a plan. That will be shared a little bit later in reference to the cosmetology program at Paramount Adult School. Dr. Curry has offered us a vision of how we can also potentially serve working adults through offering a GETSI general education transfer program at the adult schools to kind of combat some of these uh, other successful companies that are reaching out to that educational companies that are reaching out to those populations. So we want to be able to offer those extended services as well. But I think the caveat that really allows us to sort of set ourselves apart is how we have expanded the completion by design model through calling it the Tartar completion by design and adding the transition category to the already uh, developed model. Here's an example of how we're looking to implement cosmetology at the Paramount Adult School. As you can see, we've sort of mapped the first two courses of cosmetology being offered at the adult school. And in essence, we've completed categories on what it would look like if a person was to progress, earn completion, and then eventually be able to transition to Compton College to complete the rest of their program. Um, this gives us a snapshot of how we can prepare the cost of the program, the cost of equipment, performing outreach, and what days and times would we be doing that. This gives our partner critical information that will allow us to service um, the students that are in our care, that are coming through their doors, and ultimately, it gives us a way of really identifying how we know if we're going to be successful. But that's not the only way. So all that data that was fed up through Launchboard, on the back end, we want to see if we're reaching our outcomes. And what are outcomes that really make us feel like we've done our job? Well, people are improving their skills, getting jobs, they're learning. Um, the infrastructure is being built. We see partnerships that are working, and everyone is involved in the decision making that's going on. And finally, um, the manner in which we're building capacity and taking these programs to scale. We should see alignment amongst faculty and the community college at the adult schools. Um, Funding and engagement are being implemented at the ground level. Those resources are getting to where they need to get, and the students have what they need. Faculty have what they need, and we see a growing and vibrant program in our community. Well, this ends my presentation, and if you have any questions, I'm open for them now. Thank you.